All right, NBA got an issue. What we gonna do with Draymond? Draymond's out here wild and acting a goddamn fool, and he's been doing this for quite some time. This is not new. So Draymond, for some reason, gave a nigga a spinning elbow or a spinning back fist in a game. Nikola Nurkic, if I remember his name correctly. And this is not the first time Draymond had just been out of control. He tried to choke out Rudy Gobert. We gotta put Draymond in the UFC. Fuck it. I say, look, UFC offer Draymond a contract. Let's kick Draymond out the league, put him in the UFC because Draymond got some issues. He's mad about something. I don't know what Draymond is particularly mad about. It might be that stepdaddy thing he's going through. But Draymond is like that dude at work that has anger issues and is ready to just leave. He's ready to retire. He doesn't care. He's on his way out anyway. He don't give a fuck. And I think the NBA is now like starting to come to this realization like, dude, Draymond, what's going on, Draymond? What are you mad about? Why you keep trying to hurt our players for? Like that Rudy Gobert chokeout. He came across the court like what's his name? Like Jermaine O'Neal did that Superman running punch and knocked that nigga out. Draymond came across the court and just went straight at the Gobert and choked him out. They did the spinning back fist on Nucleus Jokic or whatever his name, Nurkic. And so the NBA is talking about suspending for a couple games. I think it was 25. And people are saying, why don't we just suspend him for the rest of their life? And it's interesting because it's like, how did we get here? And why did the NBA allow this to go on for so long? Because this is not the first time, it's not the second time. We got Draymond kicking dudes in the balls. We got Draymond swinging on people, act like he can't control his body. And it brings in a larger issue, which is, are we going to allow enforcers in the NBA? Because this is going to set a precedence. Because one of the things I find interesting about the NBA is like the constant change of the rules. And this constant change of rules changes the way that players have to interact and do conduct. And one of the things that's interesting about like Golden State is that Draymond is a very important aspect of the team. He's like a linchpin of the team. But he's not necessarily the best guy on the team. But he's a very vital member. And as Golden State's kind of winding down, like the prime of Golden State's kind of losing. They're not losing, but they're kind of fading off because everybody's getting older. Guys are kind of satisfied. They got their chips. They got their money. Draymond is kind of like, dude, let me just make a fucking name for myself and just be the guy who just fucks guys up. Let me just leave a message to the NBA like this thing is soft. Because the stories are going to be amazing. But the stories are so amazing in Draymond because it's such a unprecedented like idea of this guy. He's like a throwback. It's like a throwback to like the 80s and 90s of guys who were just fucking fighting and throwing punches. And the NBA did a very good job trying to clean up the league because I think Kurt Rambis, somebody got socked in the face and broke an orbital bone and was bleeding off on the court. And they used to have a bunch of fights in the NBA and they're like, dude, we can't have all these niggas just fighting. This shit's out of control. It's out of pocket. And so now that we have gone to the soft age of the NBA, we're not used to seeing these type of behavior of a guy that just constantly fucking tries to hurt people. And I almost want to say we should almost bring fighting back because guys are kind of almost scared to play against Draymond to some degree. Like, because they don't know what he's going to do. And I think that's largely very impactful upon a game. Because when you got a crazy motherfucker on the court that doesn't care about fighting or testing guys, what it does is because most basketball players are pussies just by like nature because they're tall giraffe people. They kind of get worried and they don't want to like kind of touch on Draymond or touch on any other player. So it kind of gives the other guys free reign. And to the degree, I think the reputation of Draymond does Golden State a huge favor. Like it's almost a very smart strategical method. Almost kind of like hockey where you have the goon that's supposed to just go out there and go fight a fuck and get a guy out the game. That's kind of what Draymond's job is to some degree. And I wonder how much is like Golden State, like, is that part of their strategy? Do they talk about it? Do they say, like, Draymond, like, irritate this guy, fuck this guy, like, be a parasite? Or does Draymond just kind of have an intuitive sense to know, let me just go act the fool on the court? Because my career, I'm fucking washed already as it is. I'm graying out. Golden State, our legacy is kind of done. There's this Wemby kid that's going to come over here and take over the league. I got, 2-3 years left of fucking good basketball left, if that. So it's interesting to see, like, where does Draymond go from here? Because is he going to come back after his fucking 25-game suspension and still fuck another guy up, which would be just funny. I wish he would. Just go Dennis Rodman. Fuck it. You're already cooked as it is. Fuck it. Let's go out there and just have some fight. Fucking niggas up. leaving stories, having making great highlights. Because the Draymond out of control clips and highlights are going to be so great, and that's going to be like comedy gold in the future. But it brings a larger question: what does the NBA do? They suspended John Morant for holding a gun and flashing in front of like strippers and brandishing weapons and doing all types of crazy shit. But what do you do with somebody on the court who's intentionally trying to hurt people? What is the solution? My solution is open up the floodgates. Let's get more enforcers. That's counteract fighting with fighting. Let's get Giannis. What is his name? Giannis's brother. Let's get Giannis out there, because Giannis is the type of guy to go out there and try to go and enforce shit. Like, and that's what I think we need more in the NBA is more enforcers, more unskilled guys who are just goons. It makes the game more interesting. I like goonship in sports. Goonship in sports is one of the greatest fucking entertainment aspects when it comes to sports, especially as a man's man. I like seeing motherfuckers want to get at each other. Because it shows the heart. It shows who really cares about the team. We need more goons in the world. There's not enough goons. And I think Draymond is actually, he's standing up for manhood. This is masculinity at its finest. Is making sure that you let people know, don't you fuck with me, because if you fuck with me, I'm going to do some wild shit that might hurt you. And you know what? I think that's a good thing for the NBA. NBA, don't suspend Draymond. Keep Draymond, allow Draymond to fucking keep doing what he's doing. And other NBA players, start hiring goons to counteract Draymond. That's the solution. Everybody got the 13 man on the bench. Just go get a. You know what the NBA needs to do? Go hire heavyweight UFC fighters and put them on 10-day contracts whenever they get ready to go play Golden State, and that would check all this bullshit. That would eliminate all of it. Go get the UFC guys, so Draymond can try that fucking rear naked choke shit on one of them, and see how that shit turns out. I appreciate you guys for listening.